Hey Capricorn, welcome to your hopes, fears, and reality spread. As per usual, you can click right on that description box below and it will talk about the significance of the spread as well as the placement of each card. I do want to remind everybody this week that I do not hyper focus on love, career, or finance, although those topics do come up. Um, what I'm hyper focusing on is self-care. I want to balance out your intellect and your intuition, your heart and your head, your conscious and your subconscious. That's the purpose of this spread. And you want to let somebody in or something in. Okay, so for your hope, you've spent a lot of time thinking about and contemplating. It's kind of hard to see. There we go. So you spend a lot of time contemplating and thinking about something. You spend a lot of time reflecting on something, and now you want to drop your defenses and let down your walls. Whatever it is that you used to fight for or against, you don't want to fight for or against it anymore. You would rather just bring everything out in the open and see how things unfold naturally. You don't want to be in control of this. It's good. Did you watch the Libras read was all about wanting to control the outcome. Seems like yours is about letting go of control, which is good. It is a little bit scary to let go of control, you know? So you were this Knight of Swords. You were this guy who was charging in. You wanted to be the hero. You wanted to save the day. You wanted to make a lot of changes. You wanted to do all this stuff, okay? You were there to show force, okay? And now you're afraid that you showed a little too much force, that you pushed a little too much, okay? And now, instead of this forceful, go get it attitude, now you want to take on more of a nurturing feel. But you fear it might be too late. That's what we're dealing with in the fears. So you pushed forward for so hard, so long, you may have missed an opportunity to nurture somebody, or you may have hurt that person. You may have hurt your chances with a client or something like that. So you were moving so fast for so long, now you fear that, oops, it might be too late to take on this nurturing role. The reality of the situation is that you have the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands. So the reality of the situation is everything rests on communication, okay? So although your fear is a healthy one, okay, it looks like your hope is a little bit more on point because everything rests on how you communicate moving forward. So it looks like you have something to offer, be it another person, be it a client, be it your job, that there is something for you to offer and you have this and you're ready to give it in a less forceful manner. You know, you're ready for reciprocity. Here, I'll give you this, you give me that. It's more of a negotiating kind of a, it's almost lighthearted and funny now because it's calmed down so much and it's such a contrast to this is what I want attitude. Now it's like, all right, whatever, let's figure this out. And the Page of Wands here is all about new growths, passions, and opportunities. But both of these cards represent communication. So the reality of the situation is how you communicate this process moving forward will determine the outcome. The outcome is not yet determined. That's what the reality tells me. So it's not too late. Even if you made a mistake, it's not too late to humble yourself and ask for forgiveness. Because if you humble yourself and ask for forgiveness, something tells me that's exactly the kind of communication that's going to bring things forward and give you room to negotiate. If there's anything I know about Capricorns, is they're good at negotiating. Side note, has nothing to do with the cards. If you are going to negotiate with somebody, like for realsies, you have to be willing to walk away. That's not in the read. It's just a little something. And Capricorns, man, are you guys good at looking like you're walking away when you're actually walking towards somebody? Y'all are good. Anyway. All right. So here we see the card of independence and the card of victory in the inverse. But we get the Four of Wands, which is the card of like a milestone, a little bit of balance, the building of a foundation in the upright. So here's what I get from these three cards together. Okay. If you push the situation really, really hard, you're going to wind up messing something up, because these cards told me that, yes, you messed up. You pushed things too far. That's probably why you're looking to change. But the reality of the situation is you still have the ability to reach a milestone. So what I get out of this is the war is an ongoing process, but this one battle that you're working in is still negotiable. The energy is still malleable. So you have to be strategic for this milestone, for this battle, because you have to conserve some of your energy for the overall whatever you have going on here. All right. Call it a war, call it a marathon. I guess marathon is a better way to look at it. You know, this is a milestone. You reach the first water station. And there's some negotiating being done at this water station in order for you and this other person or this other energy to complete the mile or the marathon. So you can take this battle. You can make it to this water station, to this milestone. And you can settle things down. And then you can turn around and set the pace for the rest of the journey. But you have to be careful how you communicate it, Capricorn. I hope you found a message that serves your highest good, and I will see you next time.